And we live, baby. What it do? What it do? What's going on? Got Anwar Willis. L Dub, what's up, baby? L Dub Boxing. We got Deshaun Thompson, man. We got Mosley. Akeem the Great. Winners train, losers complain. LDBC. Kinda loco. Boy Ghost in here. What's up, Ghost? Tania Marie. What's going on? How you doing, Queen? Upland LD. Got the troll killer, Mr. Shelton. Yes, sir. Possum meat. Yes, sir. Kerry Rogers, Devin Blocker, Burt, B&B Boxing News, Razor 5313, King Vonnie 86, Mo Boxing. Yes, sir. Salute. Yes, sir. Mike from Michigan. All the Truth. Jamaican Shalice, Underground Aslam. Pressure Denzel. Mike, what's up with it, doggy? Burt, Hard Body Jitmo, CB Sports TV. Yes, sir. Possum meat. Show your boxing IQ. Man, say what's happening. Tell you how is everything. Everything is wonderful, brother. Everything is wonderful. Retros for life. 79 boxing. Gregory X. Omega Red. What's good? Omega Red. What's going on? Isaiah Felix. What it do? J Real. What's up, J Real? What's going on, big dog? How you doing? Man, I hope everybody having a marvelous day. Oh, there go my guy right there, D Man Jr. What it do, dog? Yes, sir. No, I already know what code you're talking about. That was the code. That was the code. I already know what code you're talking about. That was the code. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I hope everybody, man. Did any of y'all watch the any of them cards yesterday? Anybody watch the card yesterday? I thought it was a pretty dope card. No, I thought it was a pretty dope card. You had JoJo Diaz. You had Fortuna. You had Barrera. You had the guy that stopped Barrera. I forget his name off the top of my head. You had the females fighting. To me, man, it was a pretty dope card if you ask me. Pretty much dope card. Ramirez, I think his last name was. Yeah. Daniel Mitchell was good. Jason, what's going on? Yes, sir. Got everybody in here, man. Everybody showing up. Some gonna be late to the party, but we're gonna get the party started. We're gonna get it started. Man. Let's talk fighting. Yes, sir, man. It's so much stuff, man. A condo. You got the expert genes in here too. Man, days go by, this shit get more crazier. Man. More crazy. Damn, this shit just get weirder and weirder. Man, with so many calls and text messages and things of that nature, man. Dog. And I actually came through a hell of a lot of stuff today and discovered a lot, but still playing connect the dots. All I can say is somebody lying, But you got people out here really messing up the bag. You got people really messing up the bag for other people out here, man. People really messing up the bag. And when you messing up the bag, you playing with other people. You playing with the loot, playing with the huge. See, I cut my music off to hear this shit, man. Listen, I ain't gonna tell you nothing but the truth, shit. I don't know what they're gonna do other times, you know what I'm saying? I heard someone say, I heard, not heard, but I seen something about people upset because Fury got COVID and stuff like that. But hey, man, somebody lying. NY Forever 777 777 Lucky. What's going on, man? Yeah, man. Ghost putting people on game, man. Everybody know what's going on. Everybody know what's going on. Trust me. He said messing around with fear. President might say messing around with Fury, mess up your career. Yeah, man. Y'all know how that go, man. Y'all know how dude rock. Y'all know how dude, get down. So, like I said before, it's really like, but hey, we working behind the scenes. Oh, there go my boy. Everything Sports and Boxing, man. Y'all go subscribe to Keon, man, y'all go get over there on everything sports and boxing. All you gotta say is there you go talking boxing again. That's my guy right there, man. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Got Eli Zachary in here say he all out here swimming and shit in public, supposed to have COVID. Yeah, man. We gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. We only three. Hey, look, we only 3 minutes and 40 seconds in, man. Hey, I got all day today. I got all day. We got a Dory T. What's going on? What's happening? Rutledge, salute. Devin Blocker, man. Salute, big dog. Yes, sir. Let's get it in, man. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Shade Girl 85. What's happening? Yeah, we're gonna get it in today, man. Man. Oh man, there go my guy, man. Y'all go make sure y'all go follow him on Instagram, man. Smoke Check Podcast. Yes, sir. Let's work. Yes, sir. It's been it ain't really been a long day. You know, I got up, got my miles in, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And I just been sitting back working and answering phone calls and taking phone calls, talking to certain people, and certain people, you know. Well, I think what people got to understand, once you like on the inside, okay, we already know that the boxing community is small, right? We already know that the boxing community is small. We know that. By being so small, we also know that people talk. And once people talk, it's one thing to be in the loop. Okay, it's one thing to be in the loop, but once you there go my guy right there. But once you Smoke Check say I need one of them wrenches, boy. Smoke Check say I need one of them wrenches, boy. Say we got trolls in here, boy. That's what he say, man. You know they gonna come out, man. They more than welcome to come out, man. You know that. They more than welcome to come out. Cause I ain't gonna do nothing but feed them with facts. That's it. But I ain't worried about that over here. I ain't worried about that over here, big dog. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say, it's one thing to be in the loop, right? Of what's going on. But then, like I say, it's so much deeper than boxing that when you got people in the game, right? You got the crowd, and then you got like the inner circle. And once you're in the inner circle and people get to talking, you know a whole lot of a lot. You know a whole lot of a lot. You got a whole lot of a lot. You know what I'm saying? And sheesh. From the things that I was told today. Let me get some more people here. Main Event Mark, what's up, brother? Yes, sir. MZ Talks Boxing, what's going on? Peace and blessings. Yes, sir. Richard Gasson, what's going on with it? Mm-hmm. My boy Devin Blocker say, Jonesboro love joining this thing, boy. Hey, man, you right up the street from me, man. Jay Real, what's going on? Say Fury got Hovid. Hey, man. ADOS 7B1. Yes, sir. Ryan Campbell. Salute, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Wipe your feet off at the door. Let's get it in. Say suffering from Kawa 19. Oh, y'all made up a new name, Kawa 19. I've been seeing that all day. Mark Wonderlick in the house, man. Hello, world. Yes, you know, that's my favorite word right there when it's time to talk. Hello, world. Man, listen. Like I was just saying, it's one thing to be inside of the loop. And then it's another thing to actually be in that small circle where so many things get toned to different people within the box community, right? And it's all about who you connected to and who you talk to. You know, unfortunately for me, I've been able to, you know, talk to different people and then grown a relationship with people. Like, you know, a lot of people don't, because I don't talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Nor do I post about it and things of that nature. Every once in a while I might mention it, but I got a pretty decent relationship with Steven Espinoza. Every time he comes to Atlanta here, what I'm saying, make sure I'm straight, especially on the ticket side, and we chop it up and talk. And I know he's a very busy man, but I've built relationships with different people, and got a better understanding, uh, of some of the business side. That go to trolls, yeah, buddy. Man, look, they create so many pages to want to get heard. What's so crazy is them shooters gonna get you. Somebody get them out of here, man. Somebody get Greg Smith out of here. Nobody. Hey, look, we're not even on that. Leslie Jackson, what's going on? We're not even on that. We just want to get down to the nitty gritty. We just want to talk the boxing. We just want to talk the business side too as well. Because some people want to be in the loop so bad, right? But outside of that loop, on the inside of that loop, you got a big circle as well that can tell you a lot of things. Mm-hmm. So early today, I get a call. Well, not even get a call. I was actually, and I rarely get on, some of the social media, but I'm predominantly on Twitter all day. And I check in with one of my guys. And this person here, he's inside of the boxing game because what he does for a lot of fighters. And he hits me up, bro. He said, bro, we got to talk. And I'm like, okay, well, we ain't going to talk on here. We're going to get it in. We're going to talk. And he hits me up. We get to talking. I say, bro, what's going on? I say, man, I heard your boy, and he deals with Jerry Anderson. So I say, man, I heard your boy, what I'm saying? I know your boy battering your boy around. He knocked out Fury. He starts laughing and say, yeah, he been getting the best of him. But to get I'm not gonna put his name out there because I don't do the name dropping stuff. But and he was talking, because like I said before, he dealt with a lot of different fighters. So I would definitely want to put his name out there. But he spoke to Jared. And he did tell me that Jared was one of the main sparring partners, and it kind of revolved around Jared. He mentioned, several things. He definitely mentioned, starting off the conversation, definitely mentioned, I started off by saying, man, I heard he was getting the best of him, things of that nature. He was like, yeah, man, let the words of, Jared, is pretty much stating that, this camp has been different from all of the other camps he's been in. With Fury. I'm not sure how many camps he's been in, with Fury or not, but that's none of my business. But he said that all the other camps that he's been to, and this one just was quite different. He said he wasn't the same and he was acting different. And I was like, what you mean by that? He was like, well, he did, Jared did mention, that it was more of Fury teaching him past and prior camps. And from this camp here, he said he spent more time teaching Fury and showing Fury things. And he said that was just an awkward moment for him, knowing that, he wasn't performing the same at all. He wasn't performing the same, and he was taking more advice from Jared than Jared was getting advice from Fury, him being y'all champion. Focus Ball was going on. Richard Gasson was going on. Kendall Johnson was going on. Oh, we got Sugar Kurt in here. Yes, sir. That's the man right there, man. Trust me, that is the man right there. That's the man. MPWTF. Yes, sir. Got Kurt, the historian. Y'all know he the historian. Drew Titan in here. Yes, sir. Bama Boy 256. Roll Tide. Man, I rolled past that stadium so many times, man. I just looking like, damn. This is where the big dogs get down at, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Walk with me. He in the building. There you go. I was looking for him. I know he gonna come in the building. What's my guy name? It's moving so fast. Terry Smoot Jr. There he is. Man, yeah, I be listen, man. I know names, I see names. Now I gotta put the faces, so I can't wait to meet each and every last one of y'all. Oh, my guy just walked in. He gonna do his homework. What up, CB? Yes, sir. CB gonna do the homework now. CB gonna do his homework. Trust me. All right. So, as I was stating, James Lester was going on, good brother. So, as I was stating, in this camp, it's been more of Jared Anderson. It's been more of Jared Anderson teaching Fury, showing Fury different things. As if, last time, oh, there go Glanzer. Yes, sir. He's from the UK. He know what's going on. And it's been more Jared Anderson, teaching Fury and explaining Fury to different things. But he said that was quite awkward to him because normally it's the opposite way around. So he just wasn't acting the same and being the same. So, my guy was like, well, you still want me to send you whatever he was going to send to him. And I got to put it in that context because I don't want to give it away. You know what I'm saying? But, whatever he was going to send to him. And he stated, well, I mean, you can, but he was pretty much saying you can, but at the same time, I don't know, because my guy was talking as, or you want me to just send it when you get a new fight date. And he was pretty much stating that, Jared was pretty much stating that, like, hey, I don't know when they're going to reschedule the fight date. He's pretty much talking as if the man acted so weird as if the man don't want to fight. And I'm like, what you mean? He was just like, yo, that's what he said. He was like, yo, I asked him if he wanted me to send something, whatever he was going to send to him. And he was pretty much stating like, for the new fight date. And, Jared responded like, I mean, at the same time, it's like, I don't know when they're going to fight because Fury, that's how weird he was acting. So when my guy, went on through the conversation and he was like, well, that's cool. He was like, that's cool. Well, if it comes out and a new fight day come, I'll just send it. He was just pretty much okay. So the conversation continues and I'm just listening. The conversation continues and he's pretty much like, well, shoot, I know you got to go ahead and quarantine for a couple of days. And he said that Jared Anderson's exact words was like, why? So, and that's when I got more into my antenna ears kind of stood up. And he's like, what you mean? Why? Like y'all, got COVID. Jared Anderson's exact words from what my guy's telling me was like, man, I don't know who got COVID. So me taking that in perspective, I'm thinking to myself like, wait a minute. You don't know who got COVID, but it's being reported and said that at least 6 people with you guys got COVID. But then Jared Anderson said, man, I don't know who got COVID, but keep in mind, Jared Anderson he's playing the big part. He has the biggest role. I think he's the main sparring partner that's supposed to be in that camp. So you don't got COVID. Okay. Well, obviously Joseph Parker can't have COVID because he's around his kids. We see that. This is stuff that we physically see. This illusion is right here in front of our face. So Joseph Parker don't have it. So he was like, well, what do you mean? He's like, man, I don't know who have COVID. Then he mentioned something about the cook, the person who was cooking their food in camp. So he mentioned something about the cook. So he states, well, I forget the dude's name, but he states, man, when he got COVID, because he was around us, he didn't say he had COVID. So now that's 3 people. This shit get weirder and weirder. So now that's 3 people. So this guy say he don't have COVID. We know Joseph Parker don't have COVID because he's around his kids. So the third person, which is the cook, Jared Anderson says, when he get COVID. So I'm thinking to myself like, it's not sitting well. You know what I'm saying? It's not sitting well. So I asked him, I said, hey, bro, listen, do you mind repeating this story again? He didn't mind. And I told him I keep everything confidential. Nothing gets said, no names or anything. Because like I said before, he dealt with a lot of different people in boxing. And this is just one of the advantages that I do have of really meeting people in the game. But me and this particular person is very, very close before he even took off in the boxing world. Like he's like a big brother to me. So before he even took off in the boxing world doing what he does, and he dealt with a lot of numerous fighters on the big level and the regional level. Trust me. So I'm like, it don't add up. Now, This same person who I'm talking about, this same gentleman that I'm talking about, he's from Ohio. The cook that I'm talking about, he's from Ohio. Jared Anderson is from Ohio. There was also one other sparring partner who was there from Ohio as well. I will get him. I will get to that as well. So the gentleman who I'm talking about has kids, and the person who's the cook supposedly messed with one of his old female. I don't know if it's the mother of his kids. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's one of the girls he used to talk to. I don't know. I didn't, that's not my business. So I'm gonna leave that there. But what I do know is, let's see who texts me. Okay, so we cool. So, but what I do know is that same cook is back in Ohio. He's not quarantining because he's around his kids, or he's around the kids of the gentleman who I'm talking about. So something ain't adding up here. Something ain't adding up. Now, like I said before, and I explained this before, I got, we got one of our quote unquote Bond Squad brothers. He's from the UK, so he's like a UK brother. Now he is very, very cool with, Anthony Joshua. So he's inside the Joshua camp and things of that nature. And I remember talking to him, I think it was Thursday, and he was calling me like, what the fuck is going on? When everything first got, announced. And he's stating, well, and I stated to him that, with Fury trying to go back home and things of that nature. Now, remind yourself, he stays in the UK. So he said, yeah, Brother Nas, there you go, Elder. It's a couple people know who I'm talking about. But he stated that to get back in the UK, you have to quarantine for 14 days. And if you something about paying a fine, if you don't, they catch you leaving and things of that nature. So by this happening, I'm questioning, like, okay, so they're reporting that he's going back home to the UK. But DOG's in the UK as well, so he knows exactly what I'm talking about. So in order to get back into the UK, you have to show that you have to take the test, whether you have the COVID or whether you don't have the COVID. And then once you arrive to the UK, they immediately put you in isolation where you can't go anywhere for 14 days. And if they catch you, they have to pay you a fine. This brother here is from the UK, so what I'm telling you is exactly the truth. Now, I don't think they will make an exception for Fury. They possibly could, but I don't think so, right? Because their country is locked down right now. So where is he going? Where is he going? Now, in my eyes, I'm looking at it as two things. Somebody lying, one, or two, he's buying more time because he's not fully prepared and he's trying to get him a cycle in. He's trying to get him a cycle in. That's what I think. That's how I feel in coming up with the different circumstances. Now, I did talk to a writer, and I'm not too fond of that company, but me and this guy, we talk, and he's more of a fair person. So I talked to him, and he states that PBC. Well, he told me the day of that PBC been new, right? Okay, so like if PBC been new, here's my thing. If PBC been new, if PBC knew, then that means both sides knew, right? That means Top Rank and PBC knew. But why did it take all the way to Thursday if they found on a Monday? See what I'm saying? If they found out on a Monday, why did they wait all the way to Thursday to say anything? Now, this particular writer tells me the guy who he talked to from PBC, in which I've already got relayed that news and relayed that message. So we're working on that. This guy says it's a database that you can go in, and I'm not sure if this guy was, if it was news that he had heard, if it was news that he had heard, or if he did the work himself. But he's stating that he looked in a database and saying that however the database go, and states that he's seen that Fury was positive. Well, you got the Cook, you got Sugar Hill, you got Joseph Parker, you got Jared Anderson. Now here's where the other sparring partner come in. I know somebody who's real close to the other guy from Ohio. Calls him. He say, "Bro, you gotta go ahead and quarantine now, right?" And he said, "Why I'm gonna go? Why I'm quarantine? What I'm doing quarantine for?" He said, "Because y'all had COVID come through the whole camp, right?" Now, keep in mind that most of these fighters that was in Fury camp are all managed by Jay Prince. So not only are they messing up the bag for top rank PBC, Deontay, but you got Jay Prince bag getting messed up now too. So with that being said, Tania Marie said, "What's a cycle?" Somebody please tell her what a cycle is. Please tell the queen what a cycle is. Everybody know what the cycle is. That's that good stuff. The macho man. But so those are Jay Prince. Some of those guys that are in there are Jay Prince fighters. So, and like I said before, my guy who I talk to, he deals with a lot of fighters on the top end and on the regional. He know a lot of fighters, and I knew him before he even took off. Right, I knew him before he even took off, and we had conversations numerous times, and we talk on a regular basis. All right, so as he started talking about the other guy, he called him and let him know, like, "Hey, you got to go. Do you want me to send this out to you?" Now he's not talking about Jerry; it's another guy. We send this out to you. He was like, "Well, shoot, I mean, you can go ahead and send it, but I don't know when they will reschedule it." But he said, "Well, you got to go ahead and quarantine now." He was like, "Why do I need to quarantine?" He's like, "I thought all y'all had COVID." He was like, "Man, I don't know who got COVID." He said, "I don't got COVID." That was his exact words. Now that's Sugar Hill, Joseph Parker, Jared Anderson, who was the Cook, and now the other sparring partner. I forget his name. I can't figure his name out. So I'm trying to figure out. Now that's 5 people. Now they said supposedly 6 people. They supposedly said that 6 people got a Delta strand. But my thing is this: if it would start on Monday, then come Tuesday, you bring it out, and then all of a sudden you got the term Delta strand. How in the fuck would y'all know that if these people, at least right now, 5, 6 people, don't have COVID? Now, but y'all been there consistently working out. There's definitely pictures of that. There's people who talk to other people, and you're telling them, "I wasn't exposed to it." Now, here's the thing. Just recently got a message from a person who's close to a job buy. He said he don't have it. He said he don't have it. So that makes 6 people. Now, if these guys have been trained together all this time, now I know you can't be, I know sometimes you might be asymptomatic, might not show any symptoms and things of that nature. But at the same time, you're clearly around these people. Strength and conditioning coach don't got it. So that's 7 people. And then you see Joseph Parker and the strength conditioning coach, they in public with no mask. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, what's going on? Black Alpha, what's going on? So I'm just trying to make sense of what's going on, what I'm being told. And like I said before, it's one thing to be in the loop. But it's another thing to be in this small little circle where people talk. And trust me, if you're in this small circle right here and you're in this loop, the people in the circle gonna know more, and then things leaks out to the loop. So unfortunately, I just happen to be in a circumstance where I'm actually in the circle, and like I say, I don't run my mouth with name dropping and stuff like that, but I will provide information on what I do know. So to keep going, get a message, well, a DM from a person who knows FA. So they say he don't got it. So I'm trying to figure out who has it. Well, we all know that the little midget, uh, Isaac Lowe, he don't want to respond. I've been calling this little punk ass out. He don't want to respond. So they apparently say that he have it. I know they mentioned and said that the either the cook or the strength conditioning coach had it, but that has to be a lie because he's with Joseph Parker in public. In public, I know the cook don't have it. Like I just said before, he's around the guy kids of the woman he's dealing with now. So that don't look good. Somebody has to be lying. That's the moral of the story. Now, I have seen where different channels and people have said, it's a disgrace to think that people don't have COVID and things of that nature. But like I said before, it's one thing to have your opinion, but it's one thing to have your actual fact. But what I do know is the actual fact is that I'm in this circle that's going to talk. I'm in the circle, not the loop. So I'm just putting all these things in perspective. And as I put these things in perspective, somebody fucking lying. Period. Somebody lying. Somebody is fucking lying. Period. They said it yesterday. We'll have more information about it. It says, reported ESPN, they'll break some more news, or whoever they talk to with Fury or whatever, they'll break more news. Well, guess what? Today is July 10th. They stated that July 9th. July 8th when news broke. Still, nobody haven't heard anything. We don't even have an exact date, like I said before. And that comes to when I was talking about Jared Anderson stating that, I don't even know if it's going to be another date the way Fury was talking. So I don't know, man. Like I say, in my head, and I said things get weirder and weirder and weirder because somebody lying. And it's taking quite an awful lot of time to come out with some type of statement, and nobody have said anything. Yes, sir. Focus ball, do what you got to do. Yes, sir. Focus ball, do what you got to do. Yes, sir. Y'all know what's going on. Junior, the truth. What it is, brother? Yeah. Yeah. Today I ain't with it. So the shooters, if you ain't with it today, y'all already know what to do, shooters. Y'all already know what to do. Because like I said, I ain't doing nothing but providing the hearsay on the inside of the circle, not the loop. So this is what I do know, and these people definitely not gonna lie. So, and it makes me wonder, right? It makes me wonder because before the Teofimo Lopez fight got canceled, I already knew it was gonna get canceled. I kid you not. I already knew it was gonna get canceled. I already knew it was gonna get canceled. How did I know that it was gonna get canceled way before they announced it? And the only thing that stood out to me was the ticket sales. The ticket sales. They hadn't even sold $1,000 worth of tickets. I mean, not $1,000, but 1,000 tickets for that fight. They didn't even sell 1,000 tickets for that fight on the Teofimo Lopez card. They didn't sell 1,000 tickets. Like I said before, it's one thing to be in the circle other than the loop. So I knew that this stuff was going on, but they're not going to tell you guys this. So Macadon 1, what's going on? I ain't even see him in here. What's going on, good brother? Brown on Boston, what's going on, good brother? So Bumpy Tyson, what's going on, good brother? Mike the Reaper, what's going on? So as I'm checking this stuff out, and I go back and do my research, and I like Teofimo, despite what he said, things of that nature. I mean, me personally, I can't deny talent, and he definitely has talent. He definitely has talent. But going back and looking at Teofimo ticket sales, him being a main event fighter, he's only sold over 2,000 tickets to a fight, which was the Nakatani fight. And that was one time. This is just coming from numbers. When I look at the person, that's a writer who has a lot of knowledge when it comes to this. And like I said before, I'm not going to name drop. And he's a very, very fair dude. Very, very fair dude. Very credible. Because there's a lot of stuff that I be knowing, but I don't say anything because it's not my business, right? But just speaking on that, it makes me wonder now, Teofimo threatening to drop the belts, things of that nature. So it's really not adding up, and I got to sit here and think about what is actually going on. What is actually going on? Because I do know that old media are going to persuade you one way. I do know that main street media, old media are going to persuade you one way. And I do know that new media does a hell of a job on filling people in on certain things. A lot of new media don't necessarily always have to be first. And I tweeted out today, it's one thing to be first on news, and it's another thing to be fully correct. A lot of times that's not fully correct. I wanted to go live earlier. To get this off. But I had to make sure that all my lines are intact with each other because I don't care about being first. It's about, for me, it's about making sure all my ducks are in a row so when I do tell it, I ain't leaving nothing out. Right? So that's definitely the news that I have. And you got to wonder what's really going on. Me personally, like I've already given my analysis that I think is, it's trying to buy more time and possibly flee to get a cycle in because of what's going on and his performance inside the ring with these up-and-coming fighters and his camp. Sugar Fantastic, what's going on, good brother? So that's where I'm at with it. I know that D, his team, D and his legal team and other people involved got, still things, looking into it and things of that nature. I can't really say what they're doing, things of that nature. That's, again, not my business. even though I'll probably know, but I won't say anything because, again, when it comes to stuff like that, that's not my business. But they're still definitely looking into things and things of that nature. Get to the bottom of the line. Yes, I will have some future guests on here as well. Definitely will have some future guests on here very, very shortly as well. So I just, when I tap into this type of information, right? That's what they say. CB, that's what they say. So and I just want to make sure, I just want to, like I say, they said 6 people, but more than half and already said they don't have it. More than half. But then they say it's spread it through the gym. So if it's spread it, wouldn't you think something ain't right? Wouldn't you think something isn't right? So I'm just trying to make it all make sense. I'm just trying to make it all make sense. It just doesn't, some of the things don't make sense. So again, for the ones that are just coming in, appreciate it, Curtis Anderson. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. You the historian. You the historian. So I still listen and learn things from you as well. So with these different stories, I'm putting in perspective as, what's really going on. Because there's too many people saying different things. From Monday to Thursday, that's 3 days. To try to come up and say, well, we're going to use you. We're going to use you. And this source that's a writer has been trying to reach out to Andy Lee, because he's one of the people that say that has it. And normally Andy Lee pick up the phone for him, but Andy Lee hasn't been picking up the phone for him, which is very, very odd because they talk all the time. I think I might have a special guest coming on in a few. Yes, it's definitely Vada testing in this fight. Definitely. Give me 1 second. Let me take this call. I got a guest coming in as well. Let me take this call. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so I should have a special guest coming on in 5 minutes, probably like 5-10 minutes. So we'll keep chopping up until he gets here. He told me 5 minutes, so we'll definitely see what's going on. So like as I was saying and stating earlier, so for the ones that just coming in, King JR was going on, Al the Truth was going on, Quintoni Davis was going on, Mr. Gumbo was going on, Macadon One, yes sir, need to come clean about everything, yes sir. So I think we might get a chance to where I don't want to speak too soon, but I think we might get some extra testing going on. But I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. Can't say. But it's definitely possible. But damn, that moved so fast. Where'd it go? All right, here we go. So he said Isaac Lowe, Andy Lee, Tyson Fury, Joseph Parker, one of the brothers, and I forgot who else. Well, again, you can cancel Joseph Parker out. Why? Because if he's supposed to be with the cook or the strength and conditioning coach, who they also had said it, that was the other guy you're talking about, is Virginia's. So, but those guys don't have it. You recently just seen in the video been going around that both of those guys are out in public working, out training, things of that nature. You also have the cook there as well. So if they got it, doesn't it make sense to quarantine? But they're out without a mask in public, putting everybody else at risk, right? But not only that, you see Joseph Parker with his kids around them. So what, he's giving it to them too? He's giving it to them too? That don't add up. If anything, you always want to protect your kids, right? You always want to protect your kids as a father. You always want to protect your kids, right? So with that being said, it don't add up. It don't add up. Now, this is definitely a guy that you can definitely follow him on Twitter. I think it's OverJ, if I'm not mistaken, on Twitter. He definitely have a lot of insight, and he know what I mean about being in a circle and then in a loop. But if you're in the circle, you know a lot of things, and he's definitely one of those guys that's definitely in the circle, and he'll definitely enlighten you on some of the things that I'm talking about. And if I was lying, he'll tell you that I was lying. But I'm definitely not lying. I'm telling you the truth. Says Joseph Parker manager says Parker don't have it. They about to do a rematch with Chisora in October. So he did. Come on, man. We can't make this up. Boss Red 357. What it do, dog? I was looking for you. Been looking for you. JC, what's going on, baby? Yes, sir. Them my guys right there. So again, has any of old media gotten in touch with Wilder? David Scott, I'm gonna be quite frank, honest with you. Do they ever call Wilder about anything? Do they ever call Wilder about anything? They always come out and say what they think or what they believe before they even talk to the man. But that was a good question, though. That was a good question. Definitely. Let me check this call real quick. All right. So with that being said, like I say, I'm gonna run through it because I know I got people that just came in here. So running through it, like I say, I got I was actually on one of the social media outlets today, and this particular person was live, and I hopped on his live, and he was like, "Bruh, I need to talk to you." And I'm like, what's going on? What you think? What you talking? He was like, about the fight. I'm like, well, if we talking about the fight, then you know what I'm saying, we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk about it, closed doors. So he said, all right, I'll call you when I get off here. I said, all right, cool. So got off, took him about 5 minutes. He called me back. He was like, bro, I heard what you said. I'm like, what you talking about? He's like, about Jerry Anderson. I'm like, yeah, man, I heard he been putting in work. I heard he knocked Fury out on his feet. And he was like, bro, I'm telling you, dude been putting in work. Dude been giving him work. And I'm like, yo, what's the 411? And he was pretty much telling me like, hey, listen, man, Jared, like I said before, this guy deal with top boxers on top of the food chain, and he deal with regional boxers. And like I said, I've been dealing with him, and I've been knowing him way before he took off. I've been having a good relationship with him for like the last past 3.5, 4 years now. So he's very credible because he talked to everybody, and he's a good people person. Not only that, he only talked to certain fighters. Certain fighters are very, very cool with him. And he's very, very cool with Chris Colbert as well. So they talk a lot. So, we got a lot of brothers that he deal with and a lot of other fighters that he deal with as well. And so in the middle of us talking, like I said before, he explained that he talked to Jared. He was like, yo, you want me to send this package to you? And Jared was like, I mean, you can. He was like, well, you just want me to wait till you get the new date. And then he said that Jared was like, well, you can, but the way Fury talking, like it ain't gonna be a new date. So this is how Fury talking to Jared. And he was like, man, the dude just been acting weird. And just like the dude been acting weird the whole camp. And he was like, normally, when we sparring and things of that nature, he's teaching me things. As of this time in camp, and like I said before earlier, I don't know how many times they've been in camp with each other. But he said normally when they're in camp, Fury's teaching him, but this time it's been more of him teaching Fury of his mess up and wrongdoings and things of that nature. So at the same time, you got to ask yourself questions like what's really going on, and I did ask about, did he put hands and feet on him? And he was pretty much laughing about it like, yeah. But, Jared is pretty much a humble guy, and he said, well, I know you got to go ahead and quarantine. And then he was like, quarantine for what? He was like, man, I thought the whole COVID thing came through the camp. And he told him straight up, like, bro, I don't know who got COVID. Those are the word from Jared Anderson that this guy, told me. And then, like I said before, he also knows the cook who was cooking for them because he's from Ohio as well. And I stated that he have kids, and like I said before, I'm not sure if it's his baby mother, because he don't deal with the baby mother. I'm not sure if it's another lady whom he used to deal with, but he also stated that the cook, deals with one of his former girls or whatever the case may be. That's not none of my business. But he said, but his kids are around, so he know that this guy isn't quarantining either. So if he's not quarantined, that means he don't have COVID as well. Now, if he does have COVID, he's around his kids or the guy kids, that wouldn't, that's a red flag. Because as a father, I'm like, yo, if you got, cool, I don't care what you got going on, but if my kids around, you don't need to be around. So obviously he don't have it. He don't have it. And like I said before, you see pictures and things of that nature with Joseph Parker around his kids. You know what I'm saying? Bumpy Tossins, you say you heard FA too, but then again, like I said before, I got a message from a person who's definitely around FA Jabba, who knows those people. He said that he don't have it either. So, like I said before, we talking about the cook. We definitely know the strength conditioning coach and Joseph Parker. So they say, right? Joseph Parker don't have it because he's working out in a public gym with no mask. That's spread. That's a spread to someone else. You putting someone else's life at risk, right? So, just stop me when I'm wrong. Somebody just stop me when I'm wrong, because it all this makes sense. Like I said before, I don't want to be the first person. I want to make sure I have everything in order when I tell the story. So not only that, you got the cook from Ohio. And once again, like I said before, he's around this guy kids over here. For what the lady, I don't know if it's his baby mother or whatever the case may be. That's not none of my bullshit, none of my business. But then if he's around, I wouldn't want nobody around my kids if you got COVID. That's just furthermore as a father. As a father, we're very protective of our kids. So just to say that much, that means the cook don't have it either, right? that mean the cook don't have it either. So I'm just wondering, where is it coming from? I'm just wondering where it coming from. Now, I did mention, Isaac, what's going on? D-Man Jr., what it is. Pompey Fight Nation, what's going on? So I did mention that, I know a writer, and I'm not too, fond of who he writes for and things of that nature, but we spoke. And he states that he did talk to someone from PBC who said that they looked in a database and said, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if the guy went into the database himself or he got word from somebody who looked into the database. I'm not sure how that went. But what I do know that the guy said that Fury did test positive. Well, then again, even if he did test positive, they said that Fury was going home. Home is UK. So if he's going through the airport, private jet, whatever the case may be, right? Going home, even when you get to the UK, you're on lockdown for 14 days before you can even go to your house. They put you in this hotel or whatever the hell they built over there. So I mean, let's put 2 and 2 together. We know 2 and 2 equal 4. You know, we know 1 plus 1 is 2. You know what I'm saying? Now we ain't fit to say 1 plus 1 equals 7. That shit don't make sense. We're gonna make this shit make sense, right? So when you go to the UK, you got to quarantine for 14 days. And you just seen that earlier for the people who just got here, you just seen that I had a UK guy in here, and I got some other people who was from the UK in here as well. And they'll tell you, yeah, you got to quarantine for 14 days before you can even go to your house. Nobody gets an exception. You have to pay a fine if they catch you out. So where are you going? That don't make sense. Brian Poppy, thanks for the cash out. Much love and much appreciation. Yes, sir. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the cash out. Thank you. Peace and blessings. Thank you for the cash out. So I'm just sitting here. I'm wondering, like, that doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. It's a protocol. So if he's home, that means he doesn't have. If he's home, that means he doesn't have COVID, because they're not going to allow you to go home. So if you're not allowed to go home, then that means you have COVID. But if you're allowed to go home, that means you don't. They said he was going home, and they have yet to come out with a statement. We're going almost 2 days elapsed by. Thanks for the cash out, Pompey Fight Nation. Appreciate it. He say bomb squad. Yes, indeed. Yes, sir, good brother. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the cash out. Much love and much appreciation. So again, let's make it all make sense. Somebody has to be lying. There's a cover up somewhere down the line. It has to be a cover up, because it don't make sense. And you can, guys, listen. You can go look this stuff up for yourself. You don't need me to tell you. You can go look up, hey, if you fly to the UK, what is the protocols? Go research it yourself. You don't need me to tell you that you have to go through protocol once you go to a different country. That's just like when I went on my honeymoon to get in Mexico. I had to provide a test. Well, no, flying from here, I was okay going into the Mexico. But coming back, I had to take a test to get back in the States. I had to take a COVID test to get back in the States. And better yet, you can't even leave America. You can't even leave America going to the UK positive, from what I hear from someone who's in the UK. But at the same time, if you do test positive when you're in the UK, when you do test positive, if you're in the UK, you get there and arrive, you're positive, they put you on isolation for 14 days. Dino Boxing Entertainment TV, what's going on? Al the Truth, what's going on? Shan C, what's going on? Tania Marie said he posted in Henderson, Nevada. You didn't hear it from me. Probably so. I wouldn't be surprised. Go says this on the UK government website. You can fly without a 3-day negative test, and you're going to 14-day lockdown no matter what. Hey, come on now. Come on now. So like I say, I don't gotta be first, but I want to have all my facts together. And I've been kicking nothing but facts. So that's the rundown. Things of that nature. That's the rundown on that subject. And like I said before, Deontay and his legal team and everybody else, involved, they're behind the scenes, checking, looking more forward, looking more into it, So, but like I said before, we, Bomb Squad, we still alive and well. Everybody's doing good. We're still in good spirits, but at the same time, you're still pissed because you're fucking up the bag. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking up the bag. Not just for D, but for people that's involved with the fight as well. You're messing up the bag for Top Rank. Obviously, you see that they don't care. And then you messing up the bag on the PBC side. So you're definitely messing up the bag, right? Go said, let's say he had COVID. Why not wait 2 weeks to recover in the States and fight him on the 24th? The dates would work. Plus, they say D a bum, so what's the hesitation? Yeah, that's what he say. He's a bum. I'll smash him in bits and pieces, mate. That's what he said. Risen said, "Sup, brother Tay? Big love from the Bay." Yes, indeed. What's going on with it, brother? So, like I said before, I just want to keep the facts. And this is definitely the stuff that I'm hearing. And then the stuff that I'm hearing, it doesn't add up. It doesn't even equate to what's being said. Dr. Professor said football season about to start. You're damn right. I got a couple bets to place too. Matter of fact, I just hit a parlay earlier. I played the Giants money line and I played the White Sox over. Both of them hit, put $1,000 on it, made me some money today. Thanks for the cash out, Troll Killer. He says, this is like a Band-Aid on a water hose. Yeah, it's like a Band-Aid on a water hose. Shit just leaking out everywhere. Much love and appreciation in the cash out, Troll Killer. I truly appreciate that, brother. Thank you for the donation. Much love and appreciation in the cash out. Thank you so much. So this doesn't make sense. My other guy, 88 Sports Talk. Oh, there you go. I was wondering where he was at because I'm used to seeing these names now, so I kind of wonder where people be at. I know sometimes they say the YouTube notifications don't be working how it should work, but when you spin these facts and you coming up with the truth, they're gonna try to block you out. They're gonna try to, like my guy Champ say, they cut him off. They're gonna try to cut me off. It's all good. But no, he said Chris Paul came back in 10 days of playing the final. What's the excuse? Hey, I'm wondering the same thing. Hello, world. Somebody talk to me. So I'm just wondering. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, this is just some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If you're scared, say you scared. If you're scared, say you scared. I know he also mentioned that, you can see Deontay been moving different. Now, words from Jerry Anderson. You can see Deontay that's been moving different. Feet work gotten better, different things, throwing combinations and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I don't know if he's scared or what, but he's just been acting different. He said he's just been acting different. That's words from Jerry Anderson, from my guy talking to him. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It just seemed like the story get weirder and weirder, as I said earlier, man. It's just crazy. Dino, thank you for the boxing. Thank you for the cash out. Much love and appreciation to you. He said, why are they all of a sudden quiet? I don't know. I wish I had an answer for you. Like I said before in one of my lives earlier, you get the belt. Okay, you get the belt, right? But here's the thing. Once you get the belt, it's no longer what you did to get the belt. And plenty of trainers will tell you this. It's no, once you get the belt, it's not what you did to get the belt. It's what you're doing to keep the belt. That's how you're going to make most of your money when you have the belt. So what are you doing to keep the belt? Are you preparing properly? Are you taking things in? Are you being serious? So with these things coming up, with these type of things coming up, you know, that doesn't sound like y'all champion. I keep saying that's y'all champion because that's not my champion. You know, and I've always been told you're only as good as your last fight. He was asking Anderson for tips because without those cheating gloves, Nandrolone, and other drugs, he was putting himself a regional class on his best day. Man, like I said before, my personal belief, and I can be dead ass wrong, my personal belief is that he definitely wasn't prepared for what he was about to see. And like I said before, I'm definitely in the camp, so I've seen a lot of things that people won't see, and it's very unfortunate. But at the same time, I am fortunate enough to see some of the things that goes on behind closed doors. And I have a lot of information on a lot of clothes and a lot of things. Before I even wanted to create a channel, I knew a lot of stuff. I just don't say anything, but I will always go to other people's channel that fix me, you know, when people, you know, talk about certain fights. Now, if it didn't fix me, that's when I'm like, got to go to the next channel. And then I find me another channel. And then I find me another channel. Because it's hard for me to agree and listen when I know exactly what's going on. And then I'm the type of person, if we reach a level to where it makes sense from you saying it, and I got the same idea, and I got the same knowledge, and I got the same insight, then I can rock with your channel. You know what I'm saying? I will never deteriorate or talk down on another channel except for one person, and I don't like his motherfucking ass. He said, thanks for the cash out, Kevin Nash. Much love and appreciation. He said, for Fury lost confidence in his camp. Yeah, he had to lose confidence. I mean, you got to think about it, man. You got to think about it. He's what's the word I'm looking for? They say he wasn't performing well. And, you know, and that's very, very strange on behalf of what Jared Anderson had said, told my guy. You know, he said that was very, very strange. And he said it was weird, you know, because he wasn't himself throughout the whole camp. Like, he wasn't himself. And then most camps in a lot of camps, you start sparring 2 weeks before, so your body can kind of heal up on the last week. Now, some people spar doing, you know, may stop on Tuesday before the fight or things of that nature. But you know, that's puts you more. Oh, that's 78. What's up, 78? Yes, sir. That's the general right there, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I didn't know that was you, my brother. I didn't know that was you. Yeah, man. So like I said, man, this stuff just don't be adding up to me. You know what I'm saying? And the insight that I have, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to make myself sound better than the next, man. That's definitely not what I'm about. But just giving you all the facts, it just doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't add up. Because here it is. I don't name at least seven to eight people, you know, 7 to 8 people who don't have COVID. You know what I'm saying? I name at least 7 to 8 people who don't have COVID. So if all these people don't have COVID, then, you know what I'm saying, who the hell has COVID? And then the guys are all saying the same thing. I don't have COVID. And they all saying the same thing. Well, I don't know who got COVID. But as a professional, like we did in our camp, we went by protocol. And I can guarantee you this. Now, this is what I do know. This is what I can attest to. This is what I can prove. This is what I do have the facts for. Everybody in our camp, we all got tested. We go through protocol every single day. The sparring partners go through protocol every day. We all, we all got a shot. So even if we do have a shot, everybody still go through protocol every single day, myself included. So that's what not making sense, because we were so professional throughout everything. Up in the LD, much love and appreciation to Cash Out. He says, please terminate. He said, please terminate it. Fury voice. Yes, sir. Terminate it. Terminate it. But like I say, man, this shit just don't make sense to me, man. Let me send this the guest the he just texted me back. I got my shit. Let me send him an email real quick. Oh. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to send him this email real quick. So, like I was saying, man, it just doesn't add up to me at all. None of this stuff add up to me. Let me send this email real quick. And it's kind of mind-boggling. It pisses you off, right? Because like I said before, not just the people behind the scenes or people who have a lot to do with this, but very well as you guys as well, because you guys are, like I said before, paying for the fight. You guys got to pay the travel, plane tickets, take off days of work, and God knows, what you had to go through, to make sure that you got days off to attend the event. Trying to get this special guest in here. Just bear with me. I'm trying to get this special guest in. Just bear with me, please. So, like I said, you guys are affected too. People gotta take off days of work. God knows what you had to go through to take off work, or how many days you could take off, right? Then you had to put money to your side, and you know what I'm saying? Your husband might be arguing about the money over here, or for the fellas, your wife might be saying, hey, baby, you spending too much money. You got to buy tickets to the fight. You want to get your merch for the fight. You know what I'm saying? Get your rooms together. Some people can't even get their money back from, some of the ticket sales right now. Some people can't even give their money back. Let me see if you're ready to come in. Give me 1 second. So a special guest is on his way. I know a lot of you guys been waiting to talk to him and hear from him. So he's definitely on his way. Cash Out. Who's that there? Mr. Vernon Rice. Much love and appreciation. He says, always been a real one from the that's Young Merv. Young Merv, what it do, big dog? Much love and appreciation to Cash Out, man. I truly appreciate that, man. Thank you for the donation. He said, always been a real one. Yes, sir. Most definitely, man. Like I say, I don't want to just come over here and just fucking ramble. Anybody can get on here and fucking ramble. Anybody can get on here and fucking ramble. I don't got time to just be rambling about different things. You know what I'm saying? When I come, I'm gonna just come correct. I don't want to always be first. Like I say, it's one thing of being first and being wrong. You know what I'm saying? You can be first and be wrong all damn day and miss missed a whole bunch of and a whole bunch of great news, a whole bunch of news that definitely that you want to provide for your audience. That's not me, all right? That's not me. I definitely want to make sure that all my ducks are in a row. I want to make sure all my ducks are in a row. So whenever I do tell it, I ain't leaving nothing out. I ain't leaving nothing out. Like I said before, I wanted to come on here earlier and talk about it. But in the mix of things, I had to make sure all my ducks was in a row. Everything added up. Everything made sense. So, man, you know, a lot of this shit, man, didn't make sense to me. And I was just like, damn, like somebody leaving something out. Somebody leaving something out. It just never did make sense to me, which is why I said something, which is why I came on here to express to you guys what I'm hearing. So if I'm telling you this, it's going to make sense. Now, ask yourself, what I've said in the story that I've heard and I told you guys, does any of this shit make sense to you? I want to hear from you guys now. Does any of this shit make sense to you? Let me know. Somebody talk to me. He say, hell no. There you go. Reckless say, nope. Hell no. Hell no. Nope. Much love and appreciation of Focus Ball. Yes, sir. He said, for salute, I'm talking to a lawyer for a class action lawsuit. Man, hey, if I was y'all, I would too. Because like I said, this shit ain't adding up. Let me get him in here because he's trying to come in. Ah, shit. I did it wrong way. That's my fault. Yeah, y'all gonna love this person coming in. Definitely, you definitely gonna love this person here. So, World Combat's good. World Combat Sports was good, brother. Ain't nothing, man. Nothing much, man. Just chilling, dog. You know what I'm saying? They said the trolls have no life, kind of loco. I understand. Hey, they don't have no life. You know what? Like a day like today, get them up out of here. Shoot them. Get the hell on. Let them go sign in for another account. Get the hell on. We ain't worried about it. We're gonna continue to do what we do over here. I'm not worried about that. But like I said, it just doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't add up. And like I said before, you know, he's D and the team, they're definitely working behind closed doors and things of that nature. So let's continue to, hope for the best. It's just this shit is weird to me. It's just weird because, like I said, in this loophole or in the small circle, especially in boxing, it's a small community as it is. The next person know this person. Or it's the same on a pro level. Let me bring in the guest for y'all, man. Let me bring in the guest to y'all guys, man. This is my brother. Definitely my brother. My brother. What's going on, Coach Mustafa?
What's up, T? How you feeling, champ?
Man, I feel good, man. What's going on? How you feeling today?
Good, wonderful, man. Driving back to Atlanta right now, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I see you guys have put in some work out there in LA.
Oh yeah, real good work, real good work.
How did everything turn out for you out there in LA?
It went on well, went on well. Lost a close fight. I thought we could have edged it, but more importantly, he really established himself that he's a real serious fighter. And, yeah, he's somebody to look out for. So he did good. It was a big up for him.
Most definitely, most definitely. Now I did, I watched the fight and things of that nature. I seen a couple of things that you have been working on in the gym because obviously I'm in the gym with you guys as well. So and that guy James Wilkins, Crunch Time Wilkins, he's definitely been putting in a lot of work. I definitely got up some work with him before, so I definitely know he's a great fighter and he can punch as well. That's what a lot of people don't know. But even saying that, watching the fight, just hearing the commentators talk, I seen where one commentator didn't agree with the call, and then the spread of the judging as well. I'm not sure if they were being pretty much biased because of Miguel Cotto's fighter that you guys was fighting, but I do know that one of the judges was saying, if it didn't edge out to James Wilkins, Crunch Time Wilkins, it definitely should have been a draw. So me seeing the fight and hearing you talk, we're pretty much on the same page with that.
Yeah. Even I mean, all the executives, all the that was in the officials, they all thought the same thing. Like most people thought that we edged it out, especially with we had a point taken away as well. You know what I'm saying? The dude did for holding. So
Right.
yeah, most people thought that we won, but I don't use the word robbery. You know what I'm saying? I love to get a rematch. I feel like we'll stop. Like, we will stop early. Think about me only crimping together for like 2 months.
Right.
So it's impossible to learn so much in 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Boxing takes time, so you know,
Yeah.
so much more that we could have done.
For sure, for sure. And they even posted some of the things you have been working on in the gym with it. I definitely seen where he had his head off the line, and the guy,
Yeah, slip
especially
jab.
the guy being much taller, he was slick jabbing at the
Yeah,
same time. So
I should
I
have posted
definitely see the progression.
that.
I definitely see the progression, man. I definitely see, and I love to see that. And it just let me know that he's not only is he working hard, he's definitely listening to you as well.
Yes, sir, for sure. He tried his best, but
Yeah,
again, it takes time to learn new style, and code a new system. But he was trying 100%. I have no um my nigga would say he did his best, he did well, and he fought hard. He was in shape. He got hurt. He responded in the same round, and the way a fighter should respond. Um, they're not tripping at all. I love it. I love it.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Coach, man, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know we got a lot of people in here right now who definitely have seen you on the scene and Instagram and things of that nature. But tell them who you are and how you came about what boxing.
Well, I boxed my whole life. I boxed. I was a little bit a kid, man. My grandfather fought. My father fought. My uncle fought. My uncle fought. Let me tell it back in '89 for the IBF title. So I come from a family of boxing. And, as an amateur, I had maybe 60, 70 fights. Got my teenage years. The streets was calling me. I kind of strayed that way. Um, I was going to prison for 9 years. So I got out, started working in my life. I found a gym when I moved to Atlanta. It was
Right,
over. Found a gym, it was over.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
My calling, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So from there, right now I'm in Atlanta, and I'm changing the game in Atlanta,
For
for
sure,
sure. The whole
for sure.
country, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, real old school boxing style, a real old school boxing mentality. You know what I'm saying? Even the guy who lose, you gotta lose when you go out there and put on for the fans a real good performance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what boxing is missing.
Right. There's definitely what boxing's missing. I know, like you preach it all the time, and I just love for the audience to hear the same thing. Boxing's missing the sweet science and just the teaching. A lot of people can be coaches, a lot of people can be trainers, but to me, you're a teacher
Yeah, for sure. That's what I
for
want to do.
sure. For sure. Now, tell us a little bit about the grindhouse. A lot of people see it, but they don't even know that they don't know what the experience is like in the grindhouse. Tell us a little bit more about the grindhouse.
I'd have better run the whole
I think you kind of cut out right there, coach.
got to the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Can you
okay.
hear me, coach? Well, we lost him. There you go. You
I'm
back?
back.
Yeah, you back. You back.
Okay, okay.
We had cut out for a second. We was trying to get
Trying
the
to make me bounce, man.
we were trying to get the we didn't hear you from the we didn't hear your intake on what's the grindhouse
Okay,
about.
okay. It's about pushing. You know what I'm saying? Coming in there every day and trying to work the hardest. I'm not giving you 100 bad word. I'm not staying on top of you. I'm gonna show you a couple things. Go in that corner, you work on it. A real old school rocky type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be like the Crunk. I always think about the Crunk gym. They give me the motivation like this how ground to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Um, tough sparring, um, respect across the board. If you got pressure in the gym, sit in the ring like men.
right,
I'm saying very competitive. That's what will be the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? I
right,
love it. I love
right. Most
it.
definitely. Now I
Everybody else
know a
loves
lot
it
of
too.
people say that again, coach.
Everyone else loves it too. They
Oh
love it.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Now, I know a lot of people see a lot about the grindhouse or Mustafa's boxing on Instagram, but I don't think people really understand the type of sparring that the fighters go through. Can you elaborate more on
Man,
the type of sparring that you like to see?
we got better sparring in my gym than you see fights on TV. And none of that trash. We don't do that trash. Um, hitting the guy with his back turn, hitting the guy with he. That was these are very extreme situations. It's more and nobody outmatched. You know what I'm saying? It's good work. You know what I'm saying? From top to bottom. My gym got like 5 guys at 140,
Right,
and they from my analysts to my pros, they're all good for each other.
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? So yeah, it's really good, man.
for sure.
Really, really
Now,
good.
I know you got a stream of fighters, but before we get to the stream of fighters, what a lot of people don't know is that I was there from the very beginning when you first
So
opened Grindhouse, and I've seen how it had definitely has taken off. Now we've had a couple big fights here in Atlanta take place. Now, how do you see the scene of Atlanta taking over boxing?
this this should be a motivation for everybody in the lab. Um, for respect, for legitimacy. You know, and both big Atlanta cards, you barely had Atlanta guys on the card. You see,
Right,
so Atlanta is a very, 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 very big market. But
right,
we have to breed marketable fighters, and that's what I want to bring with the grindhouse. I'm saying that you want some work, look for somebody. This whole week I was networking. I let
right,
everybody know. That's what Crush just did. Yeah, okay. I got a 145 and 2. We'll do the same thing, if not better. You know what I'm saying? I got
right,
Mac Truck. I got Sniper. I got Mo.
right,
I'm saying I got Marco. I got a roster full of them. If you want some good work, just call my number. Most of them got no manager, no promotional deal, none of that. If you want
yes,
that
indeed,
work, call us. Give us a couple weeks out, we'll bring it. Energy, you know what I'm saying? Like we ready. Shape.
right, most definitely. Now, I know you just mentioned those fighters. Give us a more in-depth analysis on the different fighters that you do have.
Man, listen. Mac Truck is a 5'10" heavy, old school cross block on Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali, David Tua style. And I got Mo, a 6'2", 147 southpaw, cold with it. Um,
Yeah,
my boy Tay, you remind me of the same thing. A bruiser, you know what I'm saying? A real school uh, boxer's puncher that'll knock your block off. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
Marco
sir.
Young, similar the same style. Sniper, he's he is 6 foot at 122. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? Junior Jones, Tommy Hearns, Jeff Cheddar, that type of style. Bob Foster. So yeah, I love boxing. That's what I do. I watch boxing sun up, sun down. That's what I do.
right,
So to try to get all my guys to be the best that they can be.
right. And I can definitely attest to that because I know you. Every time I come in the gym, you watching something, or you saying, "Look at this," or you preaching something. So I can
Yeah,
definitely attest to that.
for sure.
Now, the next question I wanted to ask you is, a lot of people talk about the top guys at the top of the food chain, and I know you had a chance to work with Tank, and we've definitely seen you on All Access with him. We've definitely seen you in different pictures with him. What's your outlook and your take on Javante Tank Davis?
He's different. He's very different. Um, I don't think people really know how good he is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's because of the thing you don't know about emotional deal or whatever inside me. But as far as what he has naturally is God given. I'm saying the
Yeah.
power, the speed, the defense, the intensity. He know how to take on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's different. If he can do what he's doing now, he'd probably be a legend.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most definitely. And I like I said before, I've seen Tank spar numerous of times. Even with him going up to 140, I didn't think that would be a problem for him.
No,
And I know me and you talked when I was actually in LA, and you was telling me that Tank was working on the right hook and the uppercut coming up under the jab for getting ready for the
sir,
Barrios fight. Now,
sir.
when you was telling me that, I was picturing it, but I didn't see it because I know that Barrio is much more taller. So in the fight, it came along, and this is what I mean about the sweet science part. Tank was really setting him up the whole fight by
With that,
probing, feinting.
yes, with that long right hand.
Right, he was setting
Yes.
them up, and then out of nowhere, boom, here you go. And then and the crazy part, I wanted to text you and say, "Damn, coach, I see what you were saying now." But and I was talking on my live the other day. It's more to it than just some people talk about skills all the time, but it's almost it's like you got to draw an illusion as well. It's like creativity. It's like drawing.
Yes.
It's like poetry, right?
Man,
So when
listen,
I'm
I never get a fight. Wilder fought Ortiz the first time, right?
right,
Wilder threw a real bad left hook. And the guy said, man, he's slapping that hook. I think what Roy Jones said, Wilder don't got no left hook. All Wilder want him to do is react to the hook. Because that two going to catch him. See? To
right,
whereas that's an illusion. I want you to react to this move because behind that going to come something else. So
right,
we saying now about that long right hand that Tank was using. It was to
right,
make Barrios extend his hand as well. They been at that front hand battle. Then
right.
boy, you go 6, 7 rounds on right over top of that beautiful right hook and it hurt him.
Yeah, it
You
did
just see
very
that,
bad.
yeah, illusion. But now when you got 12 round fight, you got time. You can set traps, you can use decoys, you can disguise, you can do a whole lot of things.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, that's a beautiful thing, coach. It's a
So
beautiful thing. Like I say, me personally, man, I definitely take your insight, but sometimes I think that the fans definitely need to hear from themselves on what coaches look for when they're creating their data and looking for the strength and weaknesses in the fighter.
yes,
So
sir.
when you're looking at your fighter, when you're looking at your opponent, what are you necessarily looking for?
His openings, his
His
tendency.
opens.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. What I would love my guys. I would like 6 to 8 round fight. I hate 4 rounds.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Every man has a flaw. Every fighter
right,
alive, that thing that they like doing, they don't like doing. So what I want to do is take 2, 3 rounds, no feints, kind of read them. Then once you read them, go to work, put a beat on
right.
it. Yeah.
Cole, we got a couple people in the chat. They're asking, what is your Instagram?
Mustafa's boxing.
How do you spell Mustafa Boxing so they get it correct?
Mustafas.
Yes, sir, most definitely. Guys, feel free to follow Coach Mustafa Boxing on Instagram. Actually, somebody just put it in the chat as well, so you're probably getting a couple hundred followers on there as well if they're not following you already. You got anything coming up with some of the fighters you got in the gym now?
Yeah, yes, sir. I got a Metro fight next week, Friday night. It's 5-5 knockouts. Jaden Bull, 3-2. He just knocked out 8 guys last fight. So Jaden Bull's gonna bring it. It'll be a real exciting good fight. We Mac Chuck first 6 rounder. I believe Mac gonna knock him out as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
In good fashion. Then I got Sniper on 122, his debut. Then I got Mo at 147. So he's fighting against for his second fight. And then August 7th, I got my boy Brody fighting. You know what I'm saying? Brody is 5-0 out of Baltimore. We fighting up there in Philly, August 7th. And I'll say it again a million times. I got a 140. Um, all rough and rugged. You know what I'm saying? Ready. Yeah. Ready anytime. It
It
sound right.
seems
You line it up.
it seems to me you're gonna be very busy. Now I made a statement at a fight. I want to say it was Matt Truck fight where you had I think you had one, two, three, almost 5 wins in pretty much a week, and
Yeah.
everybody had got a knockout.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about that, coach?
You're great. That's what I want to do. Of course, you don't fight looking for a knockout. But I believe that if fighters go out there and what they're supposed to do, they're going to get the knockout. Beat them until you
Right,
can't beat no more. Like Lomachenko when he first came. Nicholas Walters, Rigo. Lomachenko beat them so bad he quit.
right,
Not because he had the. Well, Wilder got it, and Tank got his God given. That just a lot given. But you
right,
can still beat guys in submission. And
right,
that's the goal. Once you get them, you beat them until you can't beat them no more. They can quit. Nothing
right.
left of them.
Now a lot of times on your Instagram you post messages, and you pretty much pertain that to the kids in the community.
Yes, sir.
Um, how are you helping establish a great community to keeping kids off the streets?
That's the biggest thing about this. Is that there's so many kids who naturally rough, right? Like to fight, got an attitude problem. So if they don't get nowhere to challenge in the right way, they'll end up in that street life doing something stupid. And right now, that street life is being glorified. You got to be a gangster, got to be a street, blah blah blah. But nah, they could be solid. They could be quote unquote squares and still be solid. You know what I'm saying? To walk on the right side of life. And so many times they don't have that. They have, like I said today, they got yes men, do boys who
Right,
want to do anything stupid, and they'll let them crash
right,
instead of instead of advising them, warning them. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause out of love, like I don't want to see you miss yourself. I see video you posted, they be like, that video was a bad video to post. That's gonna hurt your legacy. That's gonna hurt your brain. You know what I'm
right,
saying? But everybody co-signed like the hit behind the head video, right?
right,
We all agree that video should never got to the world.
right,
But I probably not to my take. You get home with your homeboys, and they say, F go ahead and post.
right,
Now we get backlash.
right,
See?
right,
But somebody will come and say that no good look. We don't want that. You know what I'm saying?
right,
We want to be respected. We want no
right,
street type of agenda with this. Nah. That's how you do. Ryan Garcia, clean cut, Canelo, I'm a Chico. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And they get paid. Errol, he
Yes,
kind
sir.
of Errol do that foolishness.
Yes, sir.
You know, and so you ain't got to be the bad guy, the Tyson, the extra OB that you really ain't, just to get cloud of fame.
Right. Now, I know that you just mentioned Earl Spence. You know he has a big fight coming up with Pac-Man Pacquiao. What's your take on that fight?
Errol should win. I hope Errol wins. Errol should win, but I will not count out Pacquiao
Right.
because his style is so it's so awkward. You know what I'm saying? It's so you can't. I'm talking sit down. It's so awkward that I really can't. You really can't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If Manny come 100%, it'd be a good fight. I don't think Earl gonna knock it off for sure. I
Right.
don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay.
Manny,
Okay.
Manny, Manny, Manny one. He one on one. Okay?
Right.
He's a great one.
Now we also have a couple other fights coming up. Before I get to that point, what did you think about the fights last night?
Uh, Now for two new deals, a good fight.
Yeah.
That was a real good fight.
Right.
Zepeda shocked me. He stopped at the hard. That was shocking. Remember, about time to lay it down. So
Right.
Zerdo was not even the biggest puncher, but he took him out there real easy, man. So maybe it's time he did mistake. He on the stripes. Go lay down, man. It's over with. Nothing
Right.
wrong with that. He made his money. Yeah.
Right.
And no shame in his
Now
game.
What about the women's fight? Did you look at the? Did you see the women's fight?
Oh yeah, I see her. I seen her. She look good. I like her, and I can see her coming to pound rankings. She
Yeah,
can get soon with Katie Taylor and Clarissa.
yeah, for sure, for sure. We definitely have. Who else we got coming? We got Janelle Charlo and Brian Castano coming up as well. What do you think about
Yeah,
that fight?
Charlotte was Charlotte will knock him. Charlotte can knock him out.
Yeah,
Yeah, straight one it over. Charlotte got a little something in him, but now Charlotte got much more experience, much more skills. You know, he been top fights a lot more than Castano has. So that's what matters.
right, right. Most definitely, most definitely. Now, with those fights coming up, is there any particular fight that you think that should be made right now?
Of course I do. Errol and Bud.
Earl and Bud.
That fight should be made ASAP. That fight should be made so that both of these guys can prove their legitimacy. You know what I'm saying? Like I always thought that Floyd gonna fight Manny Pacquiao
Right,
because at the end of the day, he could not retire calling himself great without fighting Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? I believe that at sometimes the best have to fight the best. It is what it is.
right,
For your legacy. Put it to the side. Like I moved Wilder for Fury. That's all it was. Wilder could have got more money, I believe, fighting Joshua.
right,
But the seriousness of, Fury is better than Joshua. It is what it is.
right,
Two best guys on hit.
right,
Outside of everything, what happened or whatever, just that alone should be very, very, very commendable. And the fans are
right.
wrong because now they wanna blast one side or go over the other side. But we both should say, you know what? It's rare that we see that. And again, top ranked PBC. You know what I'm saying? When the two fighters who are the real bosses wanted that bad, and we saw two really good fights. I would
Right.
love to see Earl and but I would love to see Canelo fight some other guys. I would. Um, Caleb, um, Benavidez, I know those are really good fighters as well.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. And hopefully we can make those fights get made as well.
Yes,
But
sir, for sure.
sometimes I believe that as well as we want to see those fights, they're
They
just
ain't
not
happening.
given to us from the man in the suits.
Yeah, for sure. Because the business, and I want to lose by cash cow.
Right. Right.
I don't.
And
I might not want to get my it kind of shows doubt in that guy.
right.
Like how can I look at my fighter, look at my fighter, and believe that you can't beat the next man?
Right.
That means something ain't right. I should be
Absolutely.
preparing you to beat anybody. That's what you paid me for. That's what you
Right.
got me to come to gym for. Is to get better to defeat anyone. So when
Right.
that don't happen, it's kind of sure. It's kind of like, what are we doing? We just get money, or are we really working?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up and coming fighter that's impressing you the most?
Pressing me, that big guy, Jerry Anderson.
Hmm.
I watch guys from Arizona. You know, he's about. I've seen the big improve. A lot of them
Right.
guys they were already really good at skill. Jared was not as good as he is now. He was just big and better than everybody.
Right. I think we hit another bad spot. You there? Oh, there you go. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, man, yeah. He really impressed me a lot. I see the prove. You know what I'm saying, I like the other guy too, who the Russell brother, who
Oh
won the
yeah.
fight at 140. Ooh, I like him.
Yeah.
He is the
Gary
sleeper.
Anton.
He's the sleeper. I
Right.
like his energy. I like his style. I like so far. I like everything about that I'm seeing. I love it.
Right.
He low key. That's what the fight.
We got people in the chat that says, "What you think about Boots? Boots Ennis?"
I like Boots a lot. I like Bruce a lot. And I would love to see him fight them guys. I thought it was going to happen because we live in the boxing crazy atmosphere, to where it's kind of like
Right.
he's the risk. He's bigger than them other guys, and he's slicker than anybody out there. To where he's going to be avoided for a little while because it's like high risk, no reward. But if they want to be great, they would do that.
Right.
They would take those
No,
fights.
for sure, coach. Man, it's definitely been a pleasure, man. I know you're on the road, so I want you,
Yeah,
what I'm saying, enjoy your family on the long road back, man.
no doubt, no doubt, no doubt.
You got any last words you want to say, coach?
Say it again, brother. I couldn't hear you right there.
I say you got any last words you want to say?
We watch out for us, man. We working hard, we grinding. Really grinding, not just faking social media or clout. And anytime the opportunity, we're gonna show it.
Yes, sir, most definitely. And you can definitely follow Coach Mustafa on Instagram as well. And you should be seeing your followers go up, coach.
Okay, all good. I love it.
Yes, sir. And I'll see you when you get back to Atlanta, man. I know the work don't stop, so I'll be in the
All
gym
right,
and I'll
sounds
definitely
good.
be seeing you. All
Okay,
right, brother.
let's get it. All right,
Yes,
man.
sir. All right. There you have it, folks, man. That's my teacher, Coach Mustafa. As you heard him yourself, um, as you heard him yourself, man. Coach Mustafa on Instagram. All right. You can follow him on Instagram. There you go, right there. But that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. And ever since I got with him, it's been great. And I first got with Mustafa maybe like he was actually supposed to be my coach from the beginning. And we're talking about like my second professional fight. But as you can see, one of the daughters in the back, that's the daughter that he had when she was first born and things of that nature. He couldn't at that time couldn't be my head trainer, but we got back in touch, and here we are. We're taking off again. And I first got with him. I think it was right before the Ndongo fight. I got with him. We didn't have much sparring and things of that nature, but we made the most out of it. But Coach Mustafa is a stand-up guy, and he's making a splash. And I'm not sure if you guys heard me, but within 1 week, he had 5 knockouts in 1 week. I think 5 or 6 knockouts in 1 week from all of his fighters. So he's definitely on the uprise, man, and he definitely gives out a lot of knowledge on his Instagram. Show different videos, different placements of punches, different combinations you can run, just different technique. And he's very very big on the craft. So you guys give him a follow. But and I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. I'm not sure if there's any cards on tonight. There wasn't when I looked, so I'm probably just gonna chill for the rest of the night. But if you came in late, definitely, we talked earlier about whether or not this whole thing with Tyson Fury is legit or not, because like I said before, there's been different reasons not to believe why. I mean, to not different reasons to believe that he's ducking, as most people may say it. If you ask me, like I said before, I believe he's truly just not ready. Um, and I also think he's trying to get a cycle in. I really don't talk bad about fighters, but it's just the truth. And if you've been following Tyson Fury career, if you're not even hooked to it, you can definitely go look it up for yourself. And yeah, we do have some MMA tonight. We do have the McGregor and Dustin Poirier fight. That fight interests me definitely. But I also have to say something to the Conor McGregor, because I know when D said something about catch a body, they crucify him, but it's okay for Conor McGregor say that he want to kill him, but once again, me personally, I can't be with the go along, get along. But that's fighting. Those are fighting words. You know what I'm saying? They're just, I guess who you call with a hyperbole. That's just pretty much a hyperbole in my perspective. But I just wanted that to be known because he did say that. Of course, Deontay said what he said, but I don't think he really he really wants to kill somebody. But definitely, man, definitely. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys, man. And I'm gonna continue to bring the facts. I'm gonna continue to bring the facts. I'm gonna continue to give you my knowledge and what I think. And I'm gonna continue to give you the inside source. Me being in that small circle, me being in that small circle and not the loop, I'm going to continue to provide those for you. I'm going to continue to provide that for you. It's only right. Like I said before, I don't want to be first. I don't have to be first. As long as I got all my ducks lined up, I can give you the knowledge. Hello, world. I can't be lying. But, man, just hear back from some of the people in the chat, man. Specific volume says salute, brother. Hey, man, salute to you, man. That was a beautiful, beautiful song that you did. And hopefully I can play it on here one day. Once I learn how to work a little bit more things on here, but I'm definitely gonna get it popping with you, man. I definitely appreciate it. And I know for a fact that the champ heard your song, man, and he's definitely said thank you, man. That was dope. He actually replied back with a whole bunch of fire emojis. So that song you did, man, thank you, man. That was definitely a good thing, man. Definitely a good song. We rock with it. Salute to my brother Kyle, man. What's going on? That's my dog right there, man. He came down to Atlanta, man. We got a lot of fun in. And by the way, now I know that I mentioned Javier. We talked about King Ortiz. Now, for a fact, I can tell you that the boxing session, my guy Cal from the boxing session, make sure you go subscribe to his channel as well. Now, I do know for a fact that Cal was standing with me during the time that I was talking to Javier from King Ortiz's camp. And Cal can attest to what he heard as well. And Cal can tell you that, I am definitely part of that small circle that, has a lot of inside source where, Javier stood right there. He told Cal and some others who were standing with us as well that, Andy Ruiz definitely did not want to fight King Kong Ortiz, but they ordered that fight. And Cal can tell you that I'm only speaking the truth. And here it is again. He said facts. Cal was right there talking with us as well. He met Javier. He know exactly what was said. All right. So, like I said before, I'm only going to continue to give the facts. I'm going to continue to give you the facts. He said, salute the World Combat Sports. Matty Howard, he said, salute from London, England. Hey, man, we appreciate you, man. How's things over there in London? What's going on over in London? What's the word over there? So what's up, man? He said the XO of the row. What's up? That's my guy right there. I love to see him in here, man. He said McGregor loses tonight. Then Logan Paul's in boxing. Trash. One more week, mate. What's going on, man? I see you in there. Definitely see you in there. Focus Ball said Ruiz, Dork Ortiz. Hey, I just told you. I just gave you what I knew. Like I said before. Hopefully, I know I've been saying that I'm going to get Javier in here. And like I said before, man, he's definitely been busy putting on fights. Him and Samson, they got a fight every week. If you didn't see the fight last night with Jojo Diaz and Javier Fortuna, you definitely seen Samson in there. The white guy, like the slick black mullet, I guess you can call it. He had the ponytail. That is Samson. Definitely a good guys. Definitely good guys. We got OG Eric and STL. What's going on? What's going on, good brother? Salute to you. Salute to you. Let's go back a little bit. B&B Boxing News. Main event, Mark. Slip the jab. Yes, sir. He says, do your thing, man. Salute. Fury, goddamn lie. Hey, man, you ain't got to tell me. I already know. We just trying to put the pieces to the puzzle. You know what I'm saying? It was just crazy. It's just crazy how all these things are being said, but they don't want to tell the truth. All right. Great interview, fam. Great interview. I appreciate that, man. Yes, sir. Like I said, we got more to come. More to come. It said history of cheating, lying, speak for itself. Man, we already know. We got Mo Boxing in here. Yes, sir. Why is the top rank issue a cancellation statement? I have no clue, but man, things are looking real ugly over that way. I can tell you that, right? Isaiah Felix, he said 100% facts. Fury definitely juicing, man. That's what I think as well. I think he's trying to go get him a cycle in, things of that nature. You know, at this point, if he has COVID, I would just say he catch it purposely. My brother Anthony Gibbs, yes sir. I just did an interview with him, man. Make sure you guys go. Matter of fact, put your Instagram info in the chat, man, so I can let people know where to follow you at. He said the second fight proved how tough Wilder is. He fought with wobbly legs for 5 rounds, and Fury couldn't even knock him out. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Matter of fact, Deontay said the same thing. DOG215, he says, DOGG, I'm sorry, 215. He says, is there any way Wilder can still test him in the UK? Man, you know, I really don't know. You know, so I can't speak on something that I don't know. I really don't. I really don't. I wish I could. I heard people having trouble getting their money back for tickets. Yeah, I heard the same thing, and it's a damn shame. Like, then I spoke on that earlier, you know. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? People taking off days and taking sick days and vacation days. They can't get that back. They can't get that back. Said old media definitely pitched their tent with the wrong horse. You motherfucking right. Tell you, there's rumors that he went back to the UK as his wife is pregnant. Yeah, I know that motherfucker, man. I know. Yeah, his wife is supposed to be due in August. Yeah, I know that. But still, that don't, you know, it's other people who have kids, you know, and still fought. So that's not an excuse. Fury tried to cheat versus Christian Hammer back in 2015, but the referee caught him in the act. How does it, where there's a lot riding fights, for example, the fight had a shot at Klitschko's riding on it. Yeah, I know it. Say Fury can't get licensed in the UK. Yeah, I'm very well that he can't. I'm very well sure that he can't. Drew Titan, what's good, my brother, man? Make sure y'all follow the Druth. Make sure y'all follow him. He said he's going to cycle and flush it out his system after all the effects will still be there. He's going to try. As Hill, why did he leave his home in Las Vegas? Hey, man. Those are questions that need to be answered. Said Vattel travels. Have you seen Vattel show up in Pacquiao, a different country? You're required to keep them updated with your location. Yes, that you are required to keep them up with your location. That definitely you are. But I think more, like I said before, I can't really speak on that part of it because I know that D and his team is working hard, getting to the bottom and getting to the root of things. So just stay tuned. Focus Ball said we can't get money back because the fight isn't labeled canceled. Yeah, it's labeled rescheduled. That's true. I'm hearing a lot of people having troubles with that. The good brother BNB Boxing News says, BN Boxing News, I'm sorry. He says Regis Pro Gray wife had a baby the day after his fight. He drove straight home to the hospital. Yes, he did because he even spoke about that. I do definitely remember that. So I got a feeling ESPN and Top Rank wants to purposely sabotage Wilder Fury 3 event. Hey, ain't no telling what they trying to do. But I do know one thing. Fight or what? Retire. Mo Boxing, thank you for the cash out. He said, great show, man. I thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the donation and much love and appreciation. He said, I guess Fury pullout game is only good when it comes to fights. My guy New York Lucky Sevens, he said, nah, it's Regis Progrerius. Hey, man, however it's pronounced. I know Earl said Progrerius or whatever the case may be. Hey, I don't know, man, but, you know, I just know Regis is a great damn fighter. I do know that. He said, Bob been saying some crazy things. He gave Fury too much money. Now he thinking, what the fuck have I done? Hell yeah, he has to be thinking that. Of course. Hell yeah. But, man, we've been on here almost 2 hours, man. Definitely thank you guys for tuning in. And, you know, like I said before, I'm definitely going to provide you guys with the updated information and things that's being related to me. Like I said, I want to be 100% sure of what I'm talking about and what I'm stating before I put it out. I just don't want to come with no bullshit. And I don't want to feed you guys the bullshit. I'm not one of those channels. Right. So again, I'll probably be live tomorrow as well. Try to get another guest on here as well. And we're gonna continue kicking that boxing shit. You know how it go. Much love and peace and much love and appreciation to everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Again, thank you to everybody. Much love and appreciation. Salute to everybody in the chat. Thank you. It made my day seeing you guys show up today. And I can't ask for much even better. Thank you so much. I can't say it enough. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I can't say it enough. Much love and appreciation. Peace and blessings. Love. Hello, world. Y'all have a good night.